Hello everyone, this is Steve Bingham with IBM's Virtual Appliance Factory program. Today I'm going to show you part one of a five-part video series overviewing the creation of virtual appliances, actually smart virtual appliances. In this video series, part one, we're going to be looking at importing a VM into Icon. Part two, we're going to create a basic software bundle. Part three, we're going to add that bundle to the imported VM image. Part four, we're going to deploy the virtual appliance. Part five, we're going to look at advanced software bundles. Okay, part one, importing a base VM. Okay, in this section, we're going to actually look at the requirements first. So these are the requirements for the VM before you import it into the tool. It's important to look at these requirements because there's several configuration changes that need to be made in order for you to successfully import a VM into the tool. Then we'll look at importing a running VM, and finally we'll look at the overview of a virtual appliance. Okay, so here are the requirements. You can find these requirements in the Redbook section 6.4.1. Network manager must be disabled. SSH must be running and available on both the client and server. Actually, both the client and server versions. You need the client in order to have SCP available, so that's the SSH client package. Only one NIC on the VM. If present, hardware parameter must be removed from the ifconfig file, so the configuration file for the NIC. And if the VM to be imported is a minimal install, you'll have to install unzip as well as libxml2 Python. Okay, importing a base VM. Okay, so we're actually just going to go ahead and import a base VM image. So if I look at Virtual Machine Manager, we can actually see the VM that's running under KVM's Virtual Machine Manager. So we see it's CentOS base 01 is the VM that we want to import. And so now all we have to do is import that VM image. So what you want to do is select Create Image from a running virtual machine. Click Proceed. You simply click the drop down list here and select the VM. And now we need to provide the name for this VM image. Okay, so I've just selected my name for this image. Okay, once you've filled in all this information, you simply have to click on Create. Now this um, takes about 15 minutes to actually import the VM. It all depends on the size of the disk and and how many clones you've set in your policy.xml. So it takes about 10 minutes. So we're going to do a time lapse here, and we'll continue once it's properly imported. Okay, so now we can see that the VM has been imported into the tool, and if we have a look at the VM image, we can see what has been added. So there's a software bundle that's automatically inserted into the image, and this is the bundle that provides the activation engine, and that's what performs all the tasks that we need for making it reusable. At this point, we have a fully functioning virtual appliance already created of that base install VM. So it's not very useful to us, but we actually do have a virtual appliance, and we can see that if we have a look in the the OVA's directory. You can see here that this is our newly created virtual appliance file. And in certain circumstances where a software solution is very static and there's no need to make any changes and no need to install packages automatically, you could simply have installed your software on the VM before import, and you would have a fully functioning virtual appliance at this point in time. We're going to go through showing the process of creating a virtual appliance using software bundles. So we're going to actually do the pre-installation of the software onto this base install VM image using software bundles. And so that's what we're going to have a look at next.